Hey my lovely students, once again welcome back to my channel. How are you all? I hope you all are absolutely good and doing well. So students, in the recent videos we have already covered the entire explanation part of the chapter, that is chapter number 1, the sentence. So in today's video lesson, what we would be studying further, we will be taking up certain sentences and we will try to learn that how to transform these sentences. Okay, so basically the objective of today's video lesson is the transformation of sentences. So without any delay, let's quickly begin. So students, first of all, we have affirmative sentences, right? So you all know what are affirmative sentences? Affirmative sentences are simple sentences, okay? The one which tells us about the information or about any fact. So we have to learn that how to change affirmative sentences into negative sentences, okay? So if I ask you, what can be the formula for changing any sentence? Do you know how to change a sentence? Like, is there any desired type that how we can change this? Is there any structure to change the sentence? Or is it our wish that we can change it like the way we want it? So, for this, we must know that in English grammar, there are some rules and regulations which we have to follow in order to change our sentences, right? And for this, we must know the basic structure of the sentence, the designing of the sentence, right? So for that, if we talk about affirmative sentences, the structure goes like this: subject plus verb plus object plus full stop, right? Make sure that full stop is very important in order to complete the sentence, right? So students, now we have to change this into negative sentence. So we have to check the structure of the negative sentences as well. So here the structure goes like this: subject plus verb plus not. Okay, make sure that you put not as well because this is very important here. Just by adding not, it will change into the negative sentence. So subject plus verb plus not plus object and at the last plus full stop, right? So even if your sentence is negative, you have to put a full stop. Is this clear? Now let's clear this with the help of an example. For an instance, I have this sentence: Radhika is a great artist. Full stop. Right? This is my affirmative sentence. Now students, we have to change this into a negative sentence. So how can I change this? Radhika is a great artist. Right? Now what structure I have to follow? That I have to use here not. Right? So how can I change this? Radhika is not a great artist. Full stop. Can you see I have just added is not, okay? I was already having is. I have already added not, and just by only adding not, my sentence became a negative sentence, right? Is that clear? Now let's see further other examples. He was drinking milk. This is my second example. He was drinking milk. I have to change this into negative. So how can I change this? Students, first of all, you have to identify the helping verb and the main verb, right? So that's why you should know that how to change these by using not, okay? Where to put not and how to transform the sentence. So for this, he was drinking milk. He is my subject. Was is my helping verb. So what is my main verb? Yes. So drinking is my main verb and milk is my, yes, milk is my object. So I have to change this. What I will add? He was not drinking milk. Full stop. Students, either we can say was not or we can say wasn't. Okay. We will remove O and we can add apostrophe so that it will become wasn't. Is it clear? He was drinking milk. He wasn't drinking milk. Full stop. Now students, with different helping verbs, we have to see that what comes. Okay, how to change this not with different helping verbs. So let's see some of the more examples. Now let's see this example. Example number 3. Govind has a book. Full stop. Now students, we have to make sure that whenever we are talking about different helping verbs, we have to see that what particular thing I should take so that my sentence will become negative. Here, can I say that Govind has a book? Govind do not have a book. Can I say that? No. Otherwise, my sentence would be incorrect. Now students, make sure that whenever you talk about such type of sentences, you first of all pay attention on the helping verb. Govind has a book, right? Now here if I talk about this Govind, what is my subject? Yes, Govind is my subject. So this Govind is my subject which is in singular, right? I'm talking about a singular person, right? So if I have to change this singular person, so you remember that rule that whenever we have he, she, it, we use s or es, right? So similarly, if I have Govind, so I have to change this by using does not. Okay, I cannot say do not. See, beta, we put do not with plurals, right? With singulars, we take does not, right? So that is why Govind has a book. Govind does not have a book. Full stop. Or we can say Govind doesn't have a book, right? So can you see the change in the sentence? So it's all about the subject, about the helping verb, about the singular, about the plural. So all these minor details play a very important role. So you should know about all these things. Okay. Let's see another example. Students have their own study material. Full stop. Students have their own study material. Now I have to change this into a negative sentence. First of all, I should pay attention on the subject. Can you see, beta, my subject is plural, right? Can you see I'm talking about more number of students, right? I'm not saying student, I'm saying students, right? Can you see S is written over here? So S denotes that I'm talking more people in number, right? So students have their own study material. I'm talking about plurals. Since I'm talking about plurals, what I have to use? Now, I cannot use does not here, right? With plurals, I will take do not, and with singulars, I will take does not, right? Make it a point that you remember these rules, right? So, students do not have their own study material, full stop. Is it clear? With singulars, we take does not, and with plurals, we take do not. So see, if you remember, with he, she, it goes like does, and I, we, you, they, we use don't or do not. Okay, so make sure that whenever you are studying grammar, you should maintain key notes. Okay, always try to do grammar by making notes so that you will get a better understanding, right? You should create a base in grammar. Let's see another example. He called me, full stop. Now make sure that we all have different type of sentences here, right? He is my subject. Called is my V2. It means we are talking about simple past. He called me, full stop. So how can we change this into a negative sentence? He didn't call me or did not call me. Now you must be thinking why we have used here didn't, right? See, beta, whenever we talk about past, so this was my simple past. Called is my simple past, verb to, right? Second form of the verb. So whenever I'll talk about past, so for past I have to use particularly did. Okay. He didn't call me. He called me. This was my simple past. So he didn't call me, right? I cannot say he hasn't called me because here I have verb second form. So that is why I have used here did not or didn't. Okay. They are playing football, full stop. They are playing football, full stop. Now see, first of all you have to see what is your helping verb, what is your subject. So here my subject is they, okay, and my helping verb is, can you tell me what is my helping verb? Yes, my helping verb is are, okay. They are playing football, full stop. They aren't playing football, full stop. Aren't, or you can say they are not playing football, okay. So students, all these are very important and all these are very easy as well. It depends on you that how you change it, okay. So make sure that once when you start with your grammar, you should be up to date with your rules and your structures, right? So make sure that you all will start maintaining keynotes for grammar. So students, I hope it is clear to you now, right? So that's it for today's class. I will not take it further. We will see the transformation of sentences one by one, right? So I want that these things should be clear to you all. So I expect that you all will complete your assignment questions thoroughly and you will practice these sentences and the transformation of sentences by yourself as well. So students, now I'll meet you all in the next video lesson. Till then, stay tuned to my channel, and yes, you have to like the video, you have to subscribe to my channel, and you have to share the video with as many people as you can. Okay, so goodbye, take care.